I actually got a job as a firefighter in Colorado. We had a fire, my first fire, and I was just completely smoked because I thought I was in decent shape, and I asked one of the guys, you know, what they did to work out, and they told me they were doing CrossFit. So that's how I got into it, you know, and I've kind of slowly switched over, like from 2008 to 2009, to fully doing CrossFit full time, basically for my job. So, but it was one of those things where I just kind of incorporated it into my normal workout routine, and you know, I did the regular bench, squat, bi, tri type thing, and like I said, I just did CrossFit 2 or 3 times a week just to, you know, get a little cardio type stuff in. Yeah. Is what I basically thought CrossFit was. When I first started, I actually didn't realize that when it said 5 rounds for time that it meant you're supposed to go as fast as you can. Like I would do like 1 set, and then I would rest for like 10 or 15 minutes and then do the next set.
I knew that handstand push-ups were going to be there,
yeah,
and I knew that I didn't have them.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit worried. I knew that I had to do good at everything else, or at least stay in that lead pack, you know, for everything else. And when I was so hoping, and it did. It happened, I think the second to last day, the last WOD of the day or something like that, handstand push-ups came up. Yeah. So went in my favor that they didn't have them early on, because then I would have been set back. I would have that much to come, you know, to come back from. But no, this year I'm confident in them. So I just have the mentality like, you know, it's just another place, another day.
Yeah.
This time though, it's against all of the stud muffins in the world, and I can't ask for anything more. So, no, I mean, that's what you just, I'm just relaxed. I'm confident. I got nothing holding me back, nothing to worry about. So I'm just really looking forward to getting out there.
I follow a 3 on, 1 off cycle. Normally, I'll do a strength work beforehand, then I'll do a Metcon, then I'll do another Metcon in the afternoon. I rarely do more than 3 workouts a day, and if I do 3 in one day, I'll, you know, do it at the beginning of my workout cycle, and then I'll do 2 the next day, and then I'll do 1 Metcon the last day. For me, I feel like that's how I recover the best, and I keep hitting PRs. There for a while, I was trying to hit 4 or 5 workouts a day, and I just was hitting, you know, I was overtraining so bad and not recovering that I needed to do something else. I mean, it just depends on, you know, how my body feels, like I said. And, but I follow the main site primarily as my base, and then I incorporate some, you know, skill work and stuff like that in my other workouts during the day.
CrossFit, there really isn't any pressure. I've been on a team sport pretty much my whole life. I ran track in high school. That was the only individual sport pretty much. But no, it's about you. There's no pressure. It's just, it's your performance. You're taking in what your body needs to fuel. Yeah, you make your choices. You don't have to go as hard as you don't want to, you know? So I don't really think there's any pressure at all. And that's what makes the sport so much fun, I think, really.
Do you think about like the fact that everybody knows who you are and is looking at you to do really well? Do you think about that?
I like that.
You like that?
I like that, yeah. I always like to be the one being chased. It's a good feeling. I like going after, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't like to be Iceland Nanny or Kristen Clever right now, you know, or, you know, Julie Fouché, Camille, all those girls. They're the ones I'm going after. So hopefully they're saying the same thing about me. Who knows? But I like the one that's being chased.
you know, that's a lot of my motivation is just becoming a better person every day, and CrossFit does that. You know, it makes you dig deep inside yourself to finish workouts a lot of times, and you know that transfers over to everyday life. You know, for me, with my job as a firefighter, you'll go into a building and you're, you know, moving hose and moving around, and you want to stop and puke sometimes, but you know, take a couple deep breaths and you just keep moving on, keep pressing on, and CrossFit really exemplifies that, you know, into everyday life. So it's one of my big motivations to do it.
You know, it's like, you know, as a coach, I guess you have to hold yourself to a very high standard too,
Right.
in the same way that an athlete would, or something like that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it's like, you know, it's for a lot of people, it's first time making it to the games, first time a chance that they have an opportunity to make it to the games, things like that. You know, going through these qualifiers, it's an awesome experience. They're like, you know, this is so much fun. We're having all this stuff. And then here I am during training and during these things, you know, we're trying to like get these guys to be like, CrossFit is fun. It should always be fun. If you're not having fun, you shouldn't be a part of this. But I need more. I want more. You got to push harder. You know what? He's like, yes, you can do 50 box jumps in a certain amount of time. And it's like, but you know what? You could do it in an even faster time if you would just listen to me and do this, make this little change. And sometimes that's hard for athletes because they get so good sometimes at doing things okay. And it almost becomes a strength because they get good at that, you know, and you're clean. You're just like, God, you're so fast. But you know what? She could get faster if she would do this, you know, and less tired and stuff. And so that I'm constantly looking for that and trying to make our athletes better through that. And they don't always like me for it, you know, and they don't always appreciate that I'm always trying to change something. But it's like, that's why they play and why I coach, you know, and obviously the reason me, as a guy of smaller stature, so to speak, compared to a lot of these newer athletes and stuff, how I can hold my own, because I have that advantage where I hold myself to that standard as well, you know, and it's like, God, if they ever figure out how to do these things right, I'm in trouble, you know, so to speak. So, yeah, so there is, I know exactly what you're talking about, you know.
If you don't place top 5, will you be disappointed in yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really will. I won't be as mad at myself if I place top 14. As long as I don't do beyond 14, then I really can tell myself that, man, you know, I really did improve over the last year. But yeah, I mean, my heart is in top 5. If I don't get it, I'm a pretty selfish girl, so I'll be really mad at myself. Nice and short.
Do you have an expectation for yourself at the games? Like, do you know, like, what do you want to?
I'll put it this way, I feel like anybody can win it. Anybody that's there. But my expectation of myself is to win. I mean, I'm so competitive that I don't go into anything, you know, it could be a bowling match or whatever you want. And even though I may not be the best athlete there, the most experienced, I expect myself to win, and I do everything I can to win. So I expect myself to win. But at the same time, if I don't win, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. But like I said, I think anybody there, there's such great athletes there that anybody could take it away. So you never know. I mean, look at Jason Kleipa, Miko, all those guys came out of nowhere and won the games in previous years. So it could happen. Anybody could win it.
Do you feel like there's like a chance that you would never reach the height of your like athletic potential or something like that? Do you think about that? Yeah.
No, I don't. As a matter of fact, you know, I see Carrie Kepler. She's not old by any means, but she's in her 30s. I'm only mid-20s, 26, and those girls, I think, truly haven't even reached their peak yet. They might have. I don't know it. I don't see it.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, that's there's no children in my sight anytime soon. So CrossFit is endless for me, and I really hope that I can do it up to the Masters division till I can't anymore. So that gives me inspiration. Those girls who are up there give me inspiration, and the team, and that's what's so cool about the team too, is it's not just all about individual all the time. If your body can't do it and you know it, then there's a chance to go on the team, and how sweet is that? And then beyond that, you have the Masters starting at 45. So no, the site's endless. I don't really think much about that at all. I think I got a lot more to come, a lot more to give. It's definitely not over yet.
So you're not afraid of getting older?
Nope. Nope. Bring it on.